Hey there, everyone. We'll get started here momentarily. Just want to let a few more people come on in. Of course, tonight it is not the snow, it is the cold. Once again, we have several counties under cold weather advisories for wind chills that could get down to about -20 tonight. We will show you some of the updates that we've seen over the past 24 hours since that cold weather advisory was issued, let you know when the worst of the cold will be, and also how the rest of the week looks alongside our snow potential and how much snow could fall for tomorrow. Now that we have a few more people on in, let's get rolling here. We do have some of the coldest wind chills, not here in mid-Michigan, but just off to our south. So you can see that Benton Harbor, Hillsdale, right down through Toledo, right about here. That's where we have the farthest northern extent of the cloud cover. Now, here across our area, we are seeing a lot more cloud cover, so that's keeping us a bit warmer, and we only have wind chills about -5 to -10. Still very cold, but not as cold as some of those wind chills will be later on tonight. You can see that those temperatures, Benton Harbor, Hillsdale, Toledo, are in the lower single digits. Here, we are in the upper single digits to lower teens, so that is providing us with those higher wind chills, the warmer wind chills. But what we're likely going to start to see is we have winds coming out of the southwest. So that's going to drag this colder air back up into the state. There's good radiational cooling that is happening, so all of that heat that we built up throughout the day, it's going right back into the sky just to our south, in Indiana, Ohio. And that's where those coldest temperatures are happening. As a new Clipper, and we'll show you that here momentarily, starts to move in from the west, it's going to pull some of that cold air back into the state, and that's what's going to lead to some of our coldest wind chills tonight into early tomorrow morning. We also have strengthening winds. We have sustained winds 5 to 15 miles per hour right now. They will actually increase overnight as that Clipper approaches from the west. Those winds are providing us with very cold wind chills right now. As we start to see those temperatures dropping a bit and those winds increasing, that's what's going to be the recipe for some of those wind chills -10 to -20 in our cold weather advisory areas. You can see our weather picture has clear skies right here, and that's where we have some of the coldest air. That's going to come back up into the state as this Clipper will be moving on in. So it is going to bring some of those southwesterly winds into the area. Usually we talk about southwesterly winds and we talk about warmer temperatures, but it's actually going to be colder temperatures because of the snowpack down to our south and those coldest readings happening into Indiana, Ohio, and also Illinois. By midnight, we'll likely have some wind chills that could potentially be -10 to -20 here across our southern and central communities. Further to the north, it's going to stay a bit warmer. We'll have the clouds holding steady, so not as cold happening right here, and those southwesterly winds will also keep an influence from Lake Michigan in the fold. As we go into tomorrow morning, some wind chills still -10 to -15 possible in the thumb and for our southern communities, and we may still be in that -5 to -15 degree range as we go throughout the afternoon as well, as some colder air pours in from the west behind our morning Clipper system. Here's that cold weather advisory. It's already gone into effect, but we don't have the coldest air in our region just yet. You can see everyone in the lighter blue, so Bay County, Saginaw, down through Chesaning, and then we are talking about Interstate 69 and into the thumb. We are going to, of course, have those wind chills -10 to -20 here in our cold weather advisory, and then it's a bit better, more so -5 to -10 up to the north, where we are going to stay a bit warmer as opposed to a bit colder off to the south, and the same thing is happening down into Metro Detroit and southwestern lower Michigan. I did see a comment about school closures. I'm going to actually look on our website to see what the closures are like right now. You know, it's going to be up to the only spots. Yeah, we don't have any school closures just yet, but it's really going to be up to the superintendents. They'll probably wait until the morning hours to see what those wind chills are like, and then they may make that determination in the morning. But it's really going to be, I would say, a last-minute call for some of these schools. If those wind chills are -15 to -20 when the superintendents wake up tomorrow morning, they may go ahead and cancel school before it begins. I would say there probably won't be many schools closing early tonight or even this evening. So I would say the school closure opportunity is a lot lower than what we had Friday when all schools closed, when it was going to be even colder than it is tonight. You can see we'll still be under a lot of cloud cover tonight. By midnight, those snow showers are happening across the southwest and the south. Those are going to move through the entire region, so there will be some slower travel, some slick conditions because of the light snowfall that happens as we get into the morning commute. Then we'll be in and out of some snow showers throughout the afternoon into the early evening. By the end of the evening overnight, we will see those snow showers ending into Wednesday morning, and then we'll be in and out of some cloud cover, some flurries on our Wednesday. The amount of snowfall, it's not going to be all that impressive, but there will likely be a dusting to as much as an inch in most cases. There could be some spots that get in between about an inch or two in some of those lake effect snow bands. And what would probably work best is actually your leaf blower, because it is a very fine, light, icy snowfall. You'll of course need the snow brush. You can get out the snow blower to make it easier. You can even get the snow shovel because it is a very light, icy, fine snow that we will have later on tonight and into our Tuesday. We are going with an alert day just because of the potential of some minus 20-degree wind chills tonight into tomorrow morning. But if the need arises for us to cancel that early, Brian Ivy in the morning will do so if those wind chills are not as bad as we start the day tomorrow. We are going to likely be in that 15-degree below zero range as we go to 10 and 11. So that's when our alert day will begin tonight. And then we'll see if that cold wind chill will continue into our Tuesday morning. Don't have any other alerts, but Amanda, you are assuming that Friday morning is going to be even colder. I would say so, just because our temperature is down to -9. So Friday morning, Thursday night, Friday morning, I would say is a better opportunity at area-wide cold weather advisories and maybe a better chance of school closures. That would likely be our coldest night. But Tuesday night into Wednesday morning, we'll likely have some wind chills, -10 to -15. Same thing Wednesday night into Thursday morning, because there will be enough wind and we have some very cold temperatures on the way. But I would say the worst of the cold and worst of the wind chills will be Thursday night into Friday, and we may end up going with another alert day then. But the alert day, it's more of a low-end alert day here, just to prepare everyone for these potential very cold wind chills into tomorrow morning, some that could be -15 to -20, depending on how cold the temperatures get. We know the wind is going to be there, so we will have a strong wind component, but just how much of that colder air will be brought in from the south, and just how cold will those temperatures be. Those winds will gust 25 to 35 miles per hour tomorrow morning, so we will have some very strong winds, and that in combination with the potentially colder temperatures will lead to those well below zero wind chills. Alex, I wish I could. I think, you should probably try your best to do a rain dance or something like that to maybe get the warmer temperatures to come on in. The snow is definitely starting to pile up, and it's harder to clear it, so I think it's giving everyone a headache, including myself. So once again, we'll go back to those cold weather advisories. And these are the spots. So these are the counties: Shiawassee, Genesee, Lapeer, Sanilac, Tuscola, Huron, Saginaw, and also Bay counties under those cold weather advisories for the potential of wind chills as low as -20. I would say they're probably going to be -10 to -15 in most cases, but if you get a gust of wind, that's going to bring those wind chills down to even colder levels. But of course, we're going to have to watch where the coldest air is, how cold it will get here tonight, because they may allow for these cold weather advisories to end early. And of course, we would allow for our alert day to end early tomorrow morning if those wind chills just aren't as cold as what we are anticipating right now. So that's going to wrap it up for this brief Facebook Live. Wanted to give you guys an update that some of those wind chills may not get to -20. You only need -15 or colder for a cold weather advisory. In -15, you can have frostbite and hypothermia happen. Frostbite in as little as 30 minutes. So you never want to risk that just because it may be slightly warmer. But of course, we'll be keeping an eye on it, and of course we'll issue any additional alert days later in the week if we need to, with those well below zero temperatures coming Thursday night. And that may lead to some school closures for Friday as well. So that's going to wrap it up for me. As always, I appreciate you guys joining us on Facebook and YouTube. If we